Hello, my name is Jim Mullaney from Sitek Process Solutions. Today is Monday, November 9th, 2015. What I'm doing today is we have a customer that has super thin, less than I believe 100 micron thin wafers, and they wanted us to do a test on spin in the rinse dryer. As I previously showed in the video, one of the wafers has a little chip in the side, and I don't know how that happened. I ran it in one process, but I never looked at it before. But what I wanted to identify was there's three wafers they sent us. This wafer, which right out of the box, not even opened yet, as you can see, it's still sealed. The customer has it sealed, so we haven't opened it at all. You can get into it if you wanted to. This is their sealing. It arrived broken, so we can't test this wafer because it's broken, obviously, so it can't go in the rinse dryer. So I'm going to put it back. But I want to document that. I took pictures also with our camera to email the customer so they're aware of this. So, on the two wafers I have, one of them has a little nick in the corner, which I've documented. The other one is a perfectly good round wafer. I've inspected it to make sure there's no nicks, cracks, or anything, and it's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a few process runs. You got to be careful because you just shake these wafers the wrong way, they'll break. These are the special retaining bars. The curvature matches a silicone wafer, so they're more delicate on a thin wafer. So what I'll do is I'm going to do a process run here. And you'll see that on the dry 2, which is the high RPM, I have it at 1200 to minimize the dry. I had the first one at 1800 in another rotor. Then I noticed that little chip, but I didn't know if, again, the chip was there before I started. So unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck here because I didn't notice it. That's why I inspected these two before I even installed them to see that one wafer was perfect and the one I just showed you is already damaged. So you can see, we're doing a simple 500 RPM rinse. We're going to go into a quick 10-second purge to blow the water out, and then we're going to go into the high RPM, which we have it at 1200 RPM. You can see, nice and smooth. Ran it for 1200 RPM. Where it's on its way up. No vibration. We'll then, after this process, we'll move into the dry 2. I will remove the cassette and wafer and look to see if it looks good. And then what we're going to do over the next few hours, for sure, if not by the end of the night, is we're going to run approximately 30 process runs of this same cassette and wafer to see if the rinser dryers, which we believe can run good enough not to break the wafers. Again, you need to have a balanced rotor that is perfect, like we do. This customer is interested in a rinser dryer. They're out of Europe, and they want to test these substrates. It was unfortunate that the third wafer, which I just showed you, was already broken in the container. It would have been good to be able to put another wafer in there, but at this point, there's nothing we can do about that. As you can see, we have about 15 seconds left in the dry one. And now we're kind of in a boring type. We've got 210 seconds in dry 2, which will take it back down to 500 RPM. We've got about 3.5 minutes, that would be. Actually, exactly 3.5 minutes. So we'll just let it spin, and then we'll take the substrate out, take a look at it. If it looks good, we'll go and again continually run this process over and over. Yeah. Okay, the process just ended. The rotor uprighted, that's the home position. Wait for the door to release. I just heard the door release. One thing for the video that I'm going to explain, I'm going to be using my hands for the wafers only because these wafers are so thin. In the past, using our metal tweezers, we've actually broken other customers' wafers, taking them out of the cassette. The Richard dryer runs fine, but it was just the physical gripping of the metal tweezers on the wafer. So let's take a look now. Careful when I take this out. I'm really nervous. All right, 102. So, this is the wafer. There's no breakage, no scratches, no chips, no anything. Okay, looks good. Be careful I don't crosswalk like I just did. Okay, and this was the first wafer, which I've already discussed multiple times. This is the first wafer, let's see. Sorry, it's so small. That was the first wafer, the one I told you we don't know what happened because I didn't do the process. Let me take out this other wafer. Cross button. No, I'm going to spin it around. You can see no tips anywhere. I can do it in front of the camera, make it easy. Okay, that looks good. Alrighty, so it's back wafer slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. H-bar in. Alrighty, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to start at about approximately a 30-run process. And just going to cycle the tool. I'm not going to leave the video on because it'll be on for hours and we'll never be uploaded to the website. But I'll turn it off, I'll document all the runs, and then I will come back later this afternoon with the final run, assuming everything's good, which I hope it still is, and to document the final run. Thank you.